President-elect Donald Trump is committed to a massive overhaul of immigration. His plan includes conducting mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us now from Nogales, Arizona. Camilo, you went down to a shelter in Mexico to speak with migrants after the election. What did they tell you?
Hi, Lindsay. Tens of thousands of migrants are estimated to be waiting on the other side of this border behind me in Mexico for a chance to enter the U.S. Many of them are trying to get an appointment to enter the country legally at official border crossings under a Biden administration program that allows them to use a phone app to request a time to be processed at those official entry points. But former President Donald Trump has vowed to end that program. And we heard that many migrants are growing increasingly desperate and concerned about their chances of entering the U.S., minimizing and being decreased because of President Trump's election. And let's listen to one conversation that we had with one migrant mother from Bolivia.
Asustada.
You were scared.
Sí, me sentí asustada porque él prometió en sus discursos que iban a deportar a todos los inmigrantes.
Because he promised to deport all the migrants.
Que iba a cortar la CBP-1, que es la aplicación. Y el
and that he would close down the application system that you are trying to use to enter the country legally. So as you just heard, Lindsay, many migrants, just like this mother from Bolivia, are very concerned that their chances of being able to make it into the U.S. with their families have now decreased sharply because of President Trump's election as the president of the U.S. And of course, not only has he pledged to end this application, but also to launch the largest deportation operation in American history.
Is there a growing fear of a massive influx of illegal border crossings ahead of Trump's inauguration?
There is, and it is based on the concerns of migrants in Mexico. Officials here in the U.S. tell me, at the Department of Homeland Security at least, that they are concerned that many of these desperate migrants are now trying to enter the country illegally, not using this application system, because they are concerned that that application system is going to go away at some point in the next 2 months after President-elect Trump takes office in January of next year. And so that is a concern that many people are going to start crossing the desert here in Arizona or the Rio Grande in Texas illegally instead of trying to wait for an appointment in Mexico to enter the country legally. That is a real concern. But so far, we have not seen a significant uptick materialize. But obviously, if that does happen, we'll keep you posted here at CBS News.
Camilo Montoya-Galvez, thank you.